Good morning. Welcome to the KetoMOM page. My name is Stephanie. How are you doing? Happy Monday. All right. Happy Monday. Look at my hat. It looks crooked. You get to dominate your day. So I woke up this morning and I drug myself out of bed, and I will tell you this. I had to fight, meaning I had to stop the mindset this morning of my own mindset of I'm tired, my back is sore, it's cold out. I live in Florida. The temperature dropped 30 degrees overnight. Listen, some of you are like, oh, good grief. But it went from 80 to 53, like 83 to 53. So in my mind this morning, for a split second, I was like this. This is how I felt. And then I walked downstairs, and I really do have an amazing husband. He was meditating, so he had his meditation on. So I sat down on the couch and I joined him for 15 minutes of meditation. Then I read my Bible. Then I went on a walk, watched my husband do the cold plunge because I'm not quite ready to do it. But I'm gonna tell you this. I was talking to somebody this morning and I was like, you have to change your state, right? Or you just have to do it. So I was talking last night on a live, and I'm going to walk you through something in just a minute. But I was talking about how this weekend we listened to an incredible event. It was a free event this weekend by Tony Robbins. We had people come into our home. We had a mastermind. We had some great conversations, and we walked through a plan with Tony Robbins. And he says, do you have an idea? Do you want to achieve a goal? Do you have some things you want to accomplish? He goes, I have the plan for you. So we walked through the plan. It's 7 steps, right? And yesterday I talked in my live. I said, hey, I'm going to walk you through the plan this entire week, 1 step at a time. And so as you're tuning in, where are you tuning in from? What's the weather like where you're at? It's 53 in Florida. There's a little cold front. I know none of you feel bad because you're probably colder, but it does feel quite chilly, and it is going to be a great day. So I got to go from this to catching my own negativity or tiredness and going, I'm going to dominate my day. I'm going to control my mindset. It is going to be a great day. So interesting. This plan that I'm going to share with you over the course of this 7 days, it's 7 steps. And and Tony Robbins, if you've never heard of him or never listened to him, he's like, if you follow the plan, you're going to get to where you want to go. There's a book sitting on my counter, and this is an incredible book, and it's called Divine Direction, 7 Decisions. So I was like, oh. So I read the first chapter because I was like, how is it going to align with the plan? And then I thought, we've got 7 steps from Tony Robbins. We've got 7 steps from Craig Rochelle. I picked up my notes to talk to you, and then I was like, oh, I have a 7 habit tracker that we created, 7 steps, 7 habits to help you on your journey. I was like, 7 is such a holy number. And then I thought, I'm going to talk about all these things. So here is, if you're just tuning in, where are you tuning in from? Good morning. Hello. I love seeing you pop on. Okay. Step 1. If you're following the Tony Robbins plan, I was actually going to show you what the map looked like. I just didn't print it out yet, so I'll do that tomorrow. But step 1 in this plan, but before we dive into what Tony Robbins said step 1 is, I was looking through this book by Craig Rochelle, and I wanted to read this to you. And I love this because oftentimes people will count themselves out, right? For lots of different reasons. It could be age, or it's too late, or I can't, or it's just not in the cards, your environment, your past. And I love how Craig said this in his step 1, or his first decision. He says, it's not too late to change the story that you will tell one day. You can start something new no matter what. How desperate, uncertain, afraid, or stuck you may feel right now, your story isn't over. Thought that was powerful. And then he says this, any day that you choose, you can start something new and allow God to help you complete whatever he has called you to start. So it's never too late. You don't have to let fear or worry or uncertainty, keep you from what you know that you want to do or need to do, right? And so here's step one. If you decide to take notes, if you decide to plug in, if you decide to either take control of your life, take back control of your life, maybe you're like, Stephanie, it's been incredible. I have my vision board. I'm on track. I feel amazing. I've dominated January, which, can you believe it's almost over? And if you're already like, I feel amazing, this could either A, be a reminder, or B, it's going to help kick you into gear to get started. And so step number one, I would highly recommend that you take notes. I will print off the little thing, the little visual of all the steps for you to see for tomorrow. But step one is this. And here's the question for you to write down. What do you really want? It might sound like an easy question, but when you just sit back and go, what do you really want? He explained in this step how people are so focused on what they don't want that they often hit and achieve what they don't want because they're so focused on that. So he says you need to develop a vision, develop a purpose. You need to know what you want and why you want it. He goes, the reason comes first, the answers come second. So if you're going to walk through these 7 steps from how to get from here to here, right? You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. Step number 1, system number 1, action for today number 1 is, what do you really want? So think about that, meditate on that, write it down, ask yourself that, and then you have to ask yourself the opposite. Like, am I so focused on, have I been focused on, am I consumed by what I don't want? And then you might find yourself going, that's what I'm getting because that's what I'm looking at. And so today's question, what do you really want? What do you want? And then let's tie a why to it. Why do you want it? And that's up to you to journal, to think about, to decide, to have conversations with you or your spouse, you and your spouse. And I'm going to tie this book into Tony Robbins' steps because I think it's super powerful. If you are looking for a book to read, if you're looking for some direction, if you're looking for some guidance, this would be an incredible book for you to grab and go through. But the question, or just the understanding, is, what do you want? Why do you want it? Don't count yourself out because it's not too late. So I want to say this, a couple things. Thank you for tuning in. It's going to be an incredible Monday. If you felt like this today, I'm reading Crystal's responses. If you felt like this today, you're going to have to get into a different state. So example, my husband gets up. He's so great at changing his state. I had a lady message me and she goes, do you mean when you need to change your state, like I have to physically go move states like you did? Because we moved from Minnesota to Florida in September. And I was like, well, no, but yes, you for sure, if you don't love where you're at, move. But I was like, obviously change your mindset state. So my husband gets up and he meditates and he drinks his ketones and he cold plunges and he does things to shock his state so he doesn't stay stuck to where most people can be at, right? Where you go like this, he doesn't stay there. He does the things to change his state of mind. I am going to cold plunge today. I just need to get my mindset there because it is cold. It is cold. All right, so it's a great day. We went for a walk. We changed our state. He did way better than I did, but I'm working on it. We already got ketones in the mail. We packed up trial packs. We're actually doing something super fun with trials today. So if you grab a trial pack, if you grab a 5 or a 10, we're throwing in a free caffeine-free. If you grab 20 or 30, we're throwing in 3 caffeine-free. We're going to throw in some extra ketones for you. If you've never tried them, call it my mom fuel. This will change your state because ketones turn on your brain. They're incredible. I've been drinking them for almost 9 years. If you need something to help you with your brain fuel, like turning on your brain with your energy, your focus, your fat loss, and more, post trial in the comments. We can chat. Otherwise, you can go to ketomomsecrets.com for recipes, how to get started. You can ask questions below. You can grab a trial pack. I'd love to chat with you on whatever it is that you're working on. Continue to tune into the Keto Mom page. Step number 1 is, what do you really want? What do you want and why do you want it? We'll dive into step number 2 tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. Your presence matters. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.